to like my videos, subscribe. I'm starting to build a bit of a community here, guys, so carry on subscribing. It's absolutely brilliant. Hello everybody. It's been about 2 weeks since I've done a video, so bear with me while I get my bearings back. I'm back in my house. I just come back from the best honeymoon ever, where I've had unlimited time with my new husband, and it was absolutely incredible to have that just one-on-one time with him. And now I've come back and I realise that everything has just now got to reset. So this video is going to be a little bit about my where my head is at now, what my new plans are, how I feel about moving forward, and maybe sort of having a look back at my journey so far. So while I do that, I'm just going to sort of prep my skin ready for this evening before I go to bed later. And I'll have a little chat with you guys, so carry on watching. So I went on an all-inclusive holiday, and obviously my main concern was that I was going to go absolutely crazy, and that I would end up sort of ruining everything that I'd done over the past sort of like 4 months. The all-inclusive was absolutely amazing. It was probably the best one I've ever been to. Like the quality of the drinks and the quality of the food. However, on about day 5, I became really ill. I think I had a bit of a heat stroke mixed with food poisoning, and it just absolutely took me out. So over the 10 days that we were away for, I think I only drank alcohol like to excess. I mean, that's just generally kind of like going over your sort of like weekly allowed units by the NHS sort of thing, do you know what I mean? But I only drank really in excess about 4 times in 10 days, and then most of the other days I was just drinking water because I felt so ratchet. And yeah, maybe the occasional like 1 or 2 drinks, but as soon as I'd have a sip, I'd feel really, really ill. So then I was just going back to water. So I'm quite chuffed with that for a start. So not drinking the whole 10 days. That's really good. Obviously with whatever it is, food poisoning or whatever it was, I've still got it now, and I've been home like 2 days. It's really awful, like really bad stomach cramping, you know, back and forth to the toilet all the time. Like I just can't seem to get rid of it. It's horrible. But obviously with that was stopping me from eating as well. So even though like my stomach would be rumbling and I'd want to go and have something to eat, but as soon as I did, oh my god, it was so bad. So, you know, gutted to be in pain, obviously. And when I say pain, it was so painful. Even up until today, like, but, you know, you kind of hope like that it helps the bigger picture, you know, because when I go to weigh on Monday, I'm hoping that it might have like really helped, in a sick way. But, you know, if you go through something horrible, then obviously you hope that there's like some sort of benefit from it. Yeah, so we shall see about that. But apart from that, we had the bestest time. It was absolutely amazing. Really, really enjoyed each other's company. We just didn't stop laughing the whole time, you know, all our like little inside jokes and just messing about, you know. It was really like awesome. I can't find any lip balm, any proper like lip balm, so I'm currently using, oh, it's the Malibu lip care for holidays. So yeah, so obviously now I've come back, and it's like come back to reality, but in like the weirdest way, because I've come back to absolute reality. There's no wedding to plan for or be planning for. There's no honeymoon to be like planning for. At the moment, the next sort of big thing is Christmas, which is mental to me because I haven't thought about Christmas for ages. I don't think I thought about it last year either because we were in the process of moving last year. So we didn't really celebrate Christmas. We didn't even have dinners. So we've come back from this like exotic holiday in Cabo Verde, which was like 30 odd degrees every day, to like literally going shopping in Home Bargains today for cleaning products while it was thunder and lightning. Absolutely bizarre. So yeah, now is a really good time to like take a minute and think about like, okay, where am I and what do I want to do? I had a letter while I was away from MedExpress. It seemed like it was very personal, you know, from a particular person from MedExpress. But they were basically saying how concerned they were about me. Thank you, MedExpress, for showing your concern. But basically because of the price increase, and they were basically saying that obviously they are definitely increasing their prices. And I didn't really look too much. It was only, you know, a short little like paragraph, but basically it was kind of saying, you know, we hope that you can like maybe afford it, and we're sorry about the inconvenience basically that is caused. So while I was away, I actually missed my my jab day. So I followed the guidelines which said to wait, if it's longer than 4 days, then to wait and take it on the next normal jab day, which is actually this morning. So I haven't taken Mounjaro in 2 weeks. So this is actually the first time that I've really thought about, you know, using medication, because obviously I had to inject it this morning, and I haven't thought about what I'm going to do yet in terms of pricing. I'm just too scared to look. I don't want to know how much they've increased it to, really. But being away on an all-inclusive holiday, and put aside my illnesses, I wanted to have a look at how I was affected really by not having Mounjaro in my system, because that's the only thing I've got to go by now since I started it, like however many weeks ago now. So I might have a think about that. What I noticed on my second week on the holiday when I was ill, when Mounjaro was not in my system, or maybe was starting to come out of my system, so I was picking a lot of carbohydrates. I think that's because though I was trying to go for bland food, so I was picking sort of like toast or a plate of chips, plain rice, you know, I was going for like really bland carbohydrates. And I did notice that my first ever plate of food when I got on holidays was dramatically smaller to my last breakfast plate of food on the last day. And I don't know whether that was because I'd been ill for the second week, so I was really hungry, and I was kind of like making up for like a few days of not eating, or whether Mounjaro had worn off, so obviously I was just putting more on my plate. It's really, really hard to tell. And I wish now that I hadn't been, obviously I wish that I hadn't been ill, but I just wish that I hadn't been ill, so I'd be able to have more of a clearer picture of what I would have behaved like without Mounjaro. So yeah, that's basically my update from the holiday so far, and the fact is that I've now taken Mounjaro today. My plan is now to weigh on Monday. I really didn't think it would be fair or like accurate for me to weigh like literally the day that I got back home after a holiday, because obviously you know, you're going to tip the scale somehow. So what I thought was, I came back on early hours of Wednesday morning, and I'm going to give myself until Monday just to kind of like get back to reality, start eating you know, not holiday stuff, basically just get back into routine. And then I'm going to give myself a fair chance, and then I'm going to weigh on Monday. And then depending on where I am Monday, I think is where I will make a decision then on whether I'm going to carry on with Mounjaro, swap over to Wegovy, or just come off it all together. Hello, I'm just quickly jumping on while I'm editing because I wanted to explain the reason why I would come off Mounjaro depending on my weight on Monday. So I think that any weight gain should be relative to the amount that you've lost. So for example, like you could look at it as in percentage wise. So for me personally, I think that I've lost 18.25 pounds. It's taken me around 4 months to lose that. So I would probably be happy in gaining 10% of that on holiday, or a week off for Christmas, or a birthday weekend, or whatever it is. I think that the medication should allow for those kind of things to happen because it's just real life. And I think 10% of your weight loss is kind of a good bracket to be able to gain and then come back off again. I think if you're taking a medication that is costing a lot of money every month and has taken you over, a good period of time to lose weight, I don't think that it should be allowing for you to gain any more than 10%. So if you're gaining 20%, so for example, if I've only lost like 1 stone 4 pounds and then I put on 4 pounds of that back, that's 20%. I think that's huge. So the same as if you have lost 6 stone. So I can't work that out in pounds now, but you don't want to be putting any more than 10% of that back on in one holiday, so it's relative to the amount of weight that you've already lost, but that's my reasoning. You don't have to agree with me. It's my just my view and opinion on it, but that would really heavily weigh over whether I was to continue on it or not, because the medication has to allow for life to happen. There are going to be holidays, there are going to be Christmases and birthdays and events and celebrations, and it should allow for a little bit of wiggle room while it still works. Nobody is saying that, okay, I'm going to take a full week off Mounjaro, there's not going to be an injection, there won't be a jab. In my case, that was correct because I didn't take the jab the second week. I was a good few days and I missed it. But, in general, I think that it should still be in your system enough to carry on working and cover you for these kind of like events. So that's just my thought on that. I hope I explained it well. In the meantime, I will have to do my research into how much Mounjaro has gone up to, and I don't want to, but it's so easy because if it's kind of like mid-price but on the higher end of mid-price, I think people would start falling into a trap of, maybe putting it on credit cards, taking out loans, or, just trying to use all of their wages for it, which I don't think is fair. I really don't think people should be getting into debt for it, especially if there hasn't been like hugely significant weight loss results. And I need to remind myself of that. Like, I don't want to be tempted into using my credit card or leaving myself short every month for something that hasn't been like massively significant, So yeah, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to have a look at how much it's gone up to. I'm going to look at the pricing on Wegovy and possibly go from there. I do need a new goal, just to kind of like a bit of a marker, just for me to know, this is when I would like to lose weight by. We are visiting friends in November that actually we met on holidays about 3 years ago, and they came to our wedding, so that's really cool. But we're visiting them in England, in their hometown, which is really cool, in November. So that would be amazing as a first goal. And then I've always had this thing in the back of my head where I'd love to like lose weight to get into like a really cool sparkly Christmas dress. But every Christmas seems to come, and you know what it's like from October 31st from Halloween. Then you've got like bonfire night. Then you've just got like all the cozy nights when people start like inviting you round. You have like wine nights and whatnot. Then kind of like the parties start from early November. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Your food intake goes up, your alcohol intake goes up, everything just goes up around the Christmas period, and we're talking from October onwards. So every Christmas I know that I'm just back on Shein or back on wherever I go, and I'm looking for plus size Christmas outfits. And to be fair, they do absolutely stunning ones. So every Christmas I've had a really, really nice plus size outfit, and I've looked absolutely stunning. So then that kind of thought just goes away then. Oh, bugger it. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to lose weight because I still look nice, and I can enjoy myself too. So for me, I don't think Christmas is a big enough like goal, you know, to get to. But my first one would be to visit friends. And then the second one is, like I said in the last video, a holiday that we've booked for next June. So it would be absolutely amazing to to lose weight for the holiday in June. Like, I do wear bikinis on holidays anyway. If people have got a problem with what I look like, then that's on you, you know. I wear really like clever cover-ups, so I've got like little skirts that I wear with bikini tops, or I wear like really, really nice like sexy bathers with little cover-ups. So I always feel like fire when I go away anyway, but it would be really cool to be able to wear a bikini and not have to wear a cover up, or at least wear a bikini and know that people aren't looking because, you know, they think that you shouldn't be in it, you know. So that would be really good for next June. So that's where my head's at the moment. Right now I've taken my Mounjaro. I'm going to give it a few days for it to settle in. I look absolutely knackered. I'm still quite like in the process of trying to recover from being so ill. Ugh, so ill, and it's horrible. Monday I'm back to work, which is insane because I've been off for nearly 4 weeks. Well, I've been off 3 weeks now today. So by the time I go back, it'll be like just over 3.5 weeks. So I can't believe I'm going back to work. So yeah, reality will proper hit back. We've just done a food shop today actually, and I'm really looking forward to just starting to like eat properly again. And I will be getting out my the crock pot, which my husband absolutely hates for some reason. I don't know, he thinks that like food doesn't cook properly in there or something, I don't know. But I absolutely love the slow cooker because, you know, you wake up in the morning and you can just smell lovely curry that's been done overnight, or, you know, I do kind of like draw the line at the casseroles. I just think, you know, nobody really wants to come home to a casserole. But when you do like, I do fajitas in there, chilies, curries. Oh, I can't wait for all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, on Monday when I weigh, I'm going to reset. So I'm not going to continue to add any weight loss onto my last sort of like weight loss journey. I'm resetting, starting back at 0, and anything from there will be a bonus. So stick with me, please. You know, feel free to like my videos, subscribe. I'm starting to build a bit of a community here, guys, so carry on subscribing. It's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, feel free to comment, like, follow me, share my videos, whatever, and let's go on this mad journey together and see where we end up. So take it easy, guys, and I will see you on Monday. Okay, bye.